Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt, and we have a Leshir video for you today. We skipped the last time around. Life has been pretty crazy for me, but we're trying to get out as many videos as we can for you. If you would please be so kind, please do like and subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. You can also find us on Discord. We have the link in the description of this video for the command table Discord. We have a lot of contributions today, and we normally get quite a few contributions anyway, but today was a very good day. Lots of good strategies, all kinds of different ways to go about it. I can't feature them all in this video because some of them are just screenshots, so you might as well just hit up the Discord and see them there. But anytime somebody submits a video, I try to include it and give my thoughts on it. So please do check out the command table Discord, and let's go ahead and hop in. We'll show you some of the videos. This is from Breather. He's a regular contributor from one of our affiliates, Bonk You're Dead. He's going to run through his power stones real quick, going pretty fast, but if you need to pause or slow down, it should be fine. He's got leech on a few things, and he's got the battle drummer. So that's something that I think he did last time around that I mentioned that I wanted to try this time, and I have done that. But very straightforward build, very solid. I don't really see any problems with it. Like it is good. Gets the job done very well. Only needs the one elixir, so he's just got accuracy running there. And the earthquake and stun from the crows can be mitigated by that battle drummer. So he's got the 2 storm callers, 3 crystal spires, a soul pylon, the battle drummer, and some roots. The nice thing about the current season, so again, if you're watching this in a future era, just make sure that you factor in that this drummer has resurrect on it. So it's already died once, but it's back, and now it died again. So you're going to have that drummer die, so in future eras, just keep that in mind. Leech is also a major factor here, because that's what's keeping everything topped off, so he doesn't need anything like regen. Okay, so that was Breather's contribution. Let's have a look at Bears. Bears? I don't know. It's one or the other. Alright, so this is Burrs. He's got kind of a similar range setup to what I was running recently, except for he's got the Reno in there. Again, I think there's just a lot of leech in there to keep everything topped off, and he had a lot of bodies, which is actually quite helpful because the crows have more things to hit, which means that fewer things will be fewer things in ratio to the things that are active will be stunned. And the nice part about that is that you always have something there to kill the crows as they drop. The fewer units you have, if you're using a Titan build, or Titan-esque build, with the Troll Giant's Toe instead of the Stompers like he's got, oh, and we'll make a point about that as well. But if you're using fewer units like Breather just used, then you're going to have more things, more crows in ratio to your units, which means they're more likely to get stunned. So very solid build from Bears there, and yeah, we'll make that point real quick about the Stompers. So instead of using a battle drummer, he's using Stompers, which is totally viable. As you can see, he was able to get the heart just fine. And I think the way to go is just to make sure that you have a lot of bodies on the field. The earthquake has a chance to stun and throw up your units, so it's going to pick, you know, a certain percentage of your units, and they're going to be thrown up into the air and stunned. So as long as you've got some units functional to kill the crows while they're dropping, then you're all set. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We'll show you what I worked on today. Let's bump down here, start with the big guys. Maitza. Is this Maitza or Maitza? Probably Maitza. He's joined up with our Discord server, and he's been contributing for the past couple raids, so thank you for that. This is comparable to what he did. There's a couple tweaks that I did. You can see the screenshot if you go to our Discord server. He's taken the Warhounds that you can see here and here, and he has them right behind his Eternal Champions. What I've done is I've bumped them all the way to the top and the bottom, and you'll see why here in just a second. With the pathing for units, And yeah, let's just comment on that merge on that guy. I've repositioned this Risen Warrior just a little bit forward to where it pops up right kind of in the middle of that life stone. You'll see that he kind of pops up in the back, and he's not right on top of that life stone, which means he gets distracted by the spiders a lot easier. But if he's right on top of that life stone, its hitbox is a little bit bigger, I think, than the spiders, which means that he's more likely to attack it. Now you'll see the warhounds there. Actually, let's back that up just a smidge so you can see what's going on there. Okay, notice the warhound's position on the top and the bottom. Okay, here they're both following in a straight line all the way to the back, and then they come down to the middle. So even if your Risen Warrior doesn't get that life stone, the warhounds will chain through until they get there, and they'll take it out. Now watch his health, how it's going down now, and then as soon as the warhounds hit, it's just going to shred. There it goes. So those warhounds are just absolutely fantastic. Power stones of note, I think you want the resist 4 on your monster hunter. What I did put resist 4 and then defense 4, or protection 4, whatever it's called, the melee damage reduction. And the Eternal Champions already have built-in fire resist, so you don't have to worry so much about that. But yeah, very, very solid. This is just a quick coverage of the Risen Warrior placement. I put him kind of right to where he pops up in the middle of that. I think it's kind of more towards the bottom, but you'll see here in just a second. He'll pop up. Yep, there he goes. Now he's right on top of it. Less chance that the spiders would be able to distract him, although the spiders didn't really come after him that time. But you'll see those warhounds again. They come all the way to the back, and then they clear up to the middle, and then they'll head right on back. So very, very solid build. I really like it. It only uses the force resistance elixir, and the reason I like this one so much is because I have a bunch of force resistance elixirs sitting around. So if you don't want to buy more accuracy elixirs, because those seem to be the big deal right now, I've burned through all of them on all of my profiles. Every time a raid rolls around, I have to buy more accuracy if I want to use them. Okay, now this is lower level. This is my lower level units. This is my second profile, and again, basically same deal. We'll just run through the power stones real fast, and you'll notice that I have learned and bumped that Risen Warrior up right into the middle. The only key difference here is I don't have 2 level 100 warhounds. So you might have seen that it flashed over the Spirit Panther there on the bottom. Spirit Panther works. It's maybe slightly less ideal than the Warhound, but not by much. So if you've got a merged Spirit Panther at level 100, then you're all set. You'll notice the Spirit Panther has AoE damage, frontal cone kind of cleave damage. And so the Warhound, it'll shred through individual units very quickly. The Spirit Panther will tag the group that's in front of it very quickly. So the Spirit Panther pathed a little bit weird there, but it's still fine. The thing with the pathing is that if there's something directly in front of a unit, it will run directly at it. So it's very rare that it'll deviate from that path to go up or down, especially if there's something directly in front of it. We learned that during the journey with our Untamed Beast gameplay there. Okay, so we've done the Warhound versus Spirit Panther. We'll skip that one because you basically saw what happens there. SR13, we are going to show you kind of the breather slash bears. No, was it bears? It was somebody. The people who are doing the range builds. Sorry, I'm losing track because there's so many people contributing these days. But we're using the battle drummer like Breather did, and we're kind of using the more bodies on the field concept that I think it was Bears that was using. We've got Leech. I like having haste 2 on the Soul Pylon because there's more orbs out there, which means that it's going to get that Leech more often. It had a couple close calls where the Soul Pylon gets really low on health, but if you've got more orbs out there ticking, then you'll get more heals over a shorter period of time. So yeah, the Leech compensates for any burn damage. The drummer is taking care of the stun, and my drummer's gonna die because I don't think I have resurrect on it, but I don't think you ultimately need it so long as you can get everything down in time. Because once you get through the massive minions, you're pretty much solid. You're going to be fine. So yeah, the drummer went down, but we're able to knock it out in time. Okay, so that was Nubimus Maximus. Here is Matthias. So these are lower levels with the exact same build, but not too much lower. I'm actually getting my levels up there quite nicely. But slightly lower levels, same concept, a little bit ugly, but gets the job done. Once we get to my next two profiles, they are much lower level. So I've actually had to throw in the force resistance in addition to the accuracy elixir. But again, very stable, very dependable, and it's going to get you a heart pretty much every time. So here goes, boom, 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 and my drummer's gone, but at this point you've got most of the minions cleared, so you're going to be just fine. Okay, so here's the two lowest profiles that I have at SR13. With these, I did the extra set of roots and the Fire Knights with double last stand on them, because my storm collars were just too low. Although that may not be an issue anymore because they've added the boost. So when you've got a low level storm collar, hopefully you have it to at least level 50 for that second power stone slot, but it could boost your storm collar up to, you know, the 70s or 80s to match the rest of your units. So I might actually consider switching back to that. But since I don't have the storm collar, this is the previous setup that I had, and it works pretty solid. So the Fire Knights, they'll last very long with that double last stand. You'll be able to clear up all that mess in the front, and you have to depend on the soul pylon to take out everything in the back. But as long as you've cleared up the bulk of all those units in the front and you can handle the spiders from there on out, then you're good. So a little bit slow on this one. Let's just kind of skip ahead a bit. There we go. So you can see soul pylon will finally take out those last two life stones, and then you're good. All right, there's that. I did try dropping the force resistance elixir and using regen. I was going to see if it would work, but you just have too many units inactive all at the same time. The only way I could see this working is if you use the Stompers, but then you lose a lot of damage from your banner. So yeah, I was trying to find a way to utilize elixirs that I had a ton of rather than having to buy more, because I'm just running low on gems for these free-to-play accounts. So yeah, regen just doesn't work. We'll just skip ahead. You can see fail. It's just too many units inactive when the earthquake hits, and when the crows stun everything, that you just can't kill stuff fast enough and it overwhelms you. Okay, now this was fun. We replicated Proto's Bombtrain. Just a note on this, I didn't run through the power stones, but we'll just let you see it real fast. Okay, we almost get the boss down just with the bombs, and then the assassins come in to finish off the job. Now, I'm at a much lower star rating than Proto was at. I think he's at 13, but I just really like how it works. Now let's pause it real quick and we'll show you what we're working with. The barrier monk is there to prevent the bombs from getting hit by the hammer throwers. The plague bearers are there to kind of pull that earth elemental up just a smidge, and the bomb bots take out the life stones and clear a path to the boss. Then the assassins would take out all of the life stones in the back, but since I'm at SR7 they don't exist. You'll see here in a second on my next profile how I kind of tweak that just for my present purposes. But if you're at a higher SR, you want to focus on the life stones, so don't forget that. But I've got charge 1 or 2. I think it's 1 on this profile and 2 on the next. So I've had to move my bombs further back than Proto did. So hop on the TCT Discord and you can see where he places his bombs, because I don't think he has any run speed on them. So first bombs, clear up the life stones, clear a path. Then they sail on through. Now that time the bombs actually took out the boss, and the assassins weren't necessary to finish it off. Okay, this is my lowest profile, nothing above level 50. and a little bit of a tweak on where the units are positioned, just because I don't have to worry about the life stones. And yeah, it just sails on through. And I'm using the arcane reconstruction hammer because I don't think I've got the ring to a very good level yet. So there it is. Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone for contributing. Really appreciate all your help. Hopefully this helps people in the community save some elixirs and premium keys. So again, you can hop on our Discord channel. Link will be in the description. And special thanks to Proto, Maitza, Breather, Graika, Ugo Zanchi, Immortalis, Bears, Chris, and Saeed for sharing your builds, screenshots, and videos with us. And again, the biggest thing you can do right now is subscribe. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers. We're 3/4 of the way there, basically. The moment we hit that, we have the potential to be monetized. I'm not going to be bashful about that. That is a goal of mine. Going to turn everything that we earn from the channel back into the community to build a website, do all that kind of stuff. So please subscribe. That will make what we can provide for you much more extensive. So thanks for watching, and we'll have more content for you soon.